What's up, everybody? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. We're in April, which means brand new incentives for this month from amazing builders. And yes, mortgage rates just took a big drop, considering with that 12-point drop that we just saw yesterday. However, builders are still offering better rates than even what you can get on existing homes, and new builds are still exceeding existing home sales. If you're interested in any one of these homes, the building process, selling, buying existing, reach out to me. I have people just like you contacting me every single week. Here's my number that you can find me in my email, or you can use one of the just links that I have in the description below. So let's get right into this, starting out with Pulte Home themselves. Now, they have tons of communities all over Northeast Ohio. Some of them have different incentives like rates than others, but they're pretty much the same. And as you see here, they're all over, from the Akron area to the Cleveland area, even getting up more into the east side of Cleveland, like further out. Now, I want to scroll down and just show you some of the new stuff that is coming. So in Orange, Ohio, the Canyons coming in fall of 2025. And this is a active adult community, which it's gonna take off like the one I'm about to show you that's not even public yet, and it's already booming. The next one, we got Sand Ridge Run, located in Avon Lake. Beautiful area. This is coming this fall is when this is coming around. They'll have more information on that. Here's the other one I'm talking about, Del Webb in Columbia Station. This is Hickory Greens that you're seeing here. If it wants to highlight for me, there we go. And they've already sold a lot. Last month, they already sold 50 of these homes, and they're not even open to the public yet. This is just the VIP list. All this stuff that I'm showing you, you want more information, I got you covered. I'm working with builder reps from all of these builders hand in hand, so I can get you any information that you possibly could ask for. Then you got Glen Meadows that's coming up in Lake Township, Ohio. That's going to be early 2026. So a lot of great stuff that's coming. Highlands of Sharon, all this stuff is, getting ready to go. They have their spec homes going, a lot of great stuff. And the best part is it's in Highland School District, Sharon Township. If you're not familiar with the area, it's just right outside of Wadsworth, just bumps up to Wadsworth, Ohio, and the Medina area. So a lot of great stuff that's coming down the pipeline from Pulte themselves. And again, these incentives, as I scroll down, that you're going to see, they're going to be running through the end of May with all these inventory that they have going on, the different contracts. This is all the type of stuff that you got to end up getting into to get what they currently have for the incentives, for the rates, for the money that you can get towards it. But let's go back up really quick, and we're just going to click on one of these areas. And this one right here, I gotta highlight the reserve at Sharon, because unheard of, you can get it up to a 2-acre lot in this community. That's crazy for Pulte. That's crazy for any chain builder that is not building on your lot. And 30-year fixed at a 5.25 for that, which is that's about 1.5% less than roughly the current, or like 1.25%. Less than the current interest rates on a 30-year fixed conventional loan. And I just want to highlight, yes, FHA loans are lower than conventional, but the market kind of exploded. I have a market report that I just did. I'll tag that at the end, and you can see the reasons why it is exploding and learn more about that. But they got a lot of great homes that are in here, the quick move-in homes. I even have a couple of these spec homes that are property tour on my page, the Woodside being one of them. It's on there if you want to check that out as well. I do have that. So a lot of great stuff that they have going on in that development. And, even if we take a look at some of their other ones, see which one this is, the Preserves, again, that one is a 5.25 for a fixed rate. That's all the quick move-in stuff. They just have tremendous incentives going on. And the nice thing is that Pulte, Drees, they're going to be leading the way with the amount of developments in the area. Speaking of Drees, let's get into them. Now, they don't have as many places. They're not up over in this area like Menor, Paynesville area like Pulte is, but they are all over like North Ridgeville area. They're up over here in Strongsville, Royalton, the Brunswick, Medina area, and then even down here in Green. Now, some of this stuff is ready to go. Some of the stuff is going to be coming. They got townhomes, single family homes. There's move-in ready stuff. A lot of cool stuff. The coming soon Carpenter Glen in Brunswick. That one is most likely going to take off. Brunswick is a hot spot. A lot of people trying to get into Brunswick, and the amount of new homes, we're pretty much running out of room to be building new homes. So a lot of cool stuff that they even have. Now, the downside to the incentives that they got going on right now, which is the Build and Bloom sales event, which I'll show you. Click to get more information to show you. Oh, never mind, because about 20 minutes ago, this was not popping up. So good stuff here. Awesome. Now, limited time. They got a $599 fixed rate. So there's going to be certain things that you have to do to qualify for this stuff. This is typically your top notch, like possibly 720 or higher, 760 or higher, 780 or higher style credit score. There's different parameters that you have to meet to get that $599. But for a new build, that is crazy because new build interest rates are always higher than existing home interest rates. So they could be at like 7%, where the interest rates right now for 30-year fixed are at like a 6.6. So it's always a little bit more a higher rate. Now, you could save your way up to $30,000. It says right here, don't miss limited time special financing on homes ready now. Qualified buyers can get the $599 when you contract to purchase by April 30th and close by May 30th, which that's typical 30-day close. You got to go through First Equity Mortgage, which is the affiliated company with Drees Homes. So, and of course, advertised interest rate of this, it's based on a conventional 30-year fixed mortgage rate on an owner-occupied one-unit home with a sales price of $500,000. There it is, 760 credit score, 20% down payment. So that's what you have to meet in order to get this. The nice thing is that Drees has different ways that they can manipulate stuff, move stuff around. There's a bunch of cool things that they can do. And right here, up to $30,000 in flex cash towards Drees Homes Design Credit Center. Credit or financial assistance is valid on firm, non-contingent purchase agreements for build-to-order homes accepted by Drees Homes between April 1st and April 30th. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Buyers not required to finance through First Equity Mortgage Incorporated to purchase Drees Homes. However, buyer must use First Equity Mortgage, Inc., an equal housing lender licensed by Ohio Department of Commerce. So a lot of cool stuff. This $30,000 can be manipulated in so many different ways. Like they said, you can put it towards the design center. You could put it towards financial assistance. So you could put this towards a rate buy down, for instance, or put it towards some upgrades to the house. A lot of cool stuff going on even at Drees. Now, as we hop over to K-Hov, they also have some great incentives going on like everyone else. Now this, though, their promotion is on every home sold and closed by June 30th. So you got a little bit more time here. Special 30-year fixed rate plus a temporary buy down in the first 2 years or flex cash equivalent. The flex cash is what you can put towards home upgrades and things like that. You can kind of move it around. Look at this year one for a brand new build, 2.99%. So for all of you that are just sitting there like, I'm waiting for 3% to come back, this is the only way you're going to get 3% back, is by going through a rate buy down with the builder incentives. Year two, a 3.99. Year 3 through 30, you're under 5% with a 5.76 or 5.786 APR. Insane deal that they have going on with this. And it says right here, thriving cities, charm suburbs, they do have you covered at K-Hov of where they're at. This is going to be a little bit more limited compared to Pulte and Drees because those are larger companies. But as you see, they have one right in Perry Village. They're up over here in Elyria. They're over here in Strongsville. They're down in the Akron area, the Canton area, Mansfield, over in Toledo area and Bowling Green. They have places all over there. So a lot of great stuff. This in Berea is huge because there hasn't been new homes in Berea in a long time. And, they're starting at $379,000, basically $380,000 pretty much. And just clicking on, the promotion for that. Again, you have your buy down that is happening. And as we scroll further down, we'll see if they have any special specs really quick that they're showing or at least advertising, because spec homes, they always have a different incentive. A lot of times they will have a flat fixed rate. They're not showing any on here. Doesn't mean they're not there, but a lot of times they will have a flat fixed rate of spec homes. And it's nice because they're ready to go basically. You just got to wait for them to get finished up. You don't got to go through the process of designing everything and keeping up on stuff. The spec homes are ready to go, and they don't make them bare minimum. They also don't make them top notch like the models, having every single upgrade in there. They kind of find a nice common ground, and usually they use the more popular floor plans for the developments. So K-Hov has a lot of great stuff going on. Now, as we head over to Wayne Homes, this is one of the few custom builders that will actually advertise their incentives. It's one thing that drives me nuts about some of these custom builders. They have incentives, but they don't have it on their websites. So again, if you're looking for a custom build and it's not Wayne Homes, contact me, let me know, leave a comment down below. I will happily get the information that you need and be that resource for you. Now with Wayne Homes right now, they got a permanent rate buy down with rates as low as 5.25% on a new build, which is insane, especially for a custom home builder. So the rate buy down, again, if it's temporary, it's usually like a 2-1, where it's 2% lower the first year, 1% lower the second year, and then it goes to that normal interest rate. This is not the temporary rate. This is permanent. So it is done and over with. Now here's the numbers that are on it. Without any discount points, you're still building a new house for 6.875%. So you're looking at roughly, again, let me point this out. This is based on appraised value of $562,500. So 20% down, which takes you to $450, and a credit score of 740. So you don't even need the credit score of 760 on this. And that's going to put you around $3,000 for a monthly payment on that house. If you do 2 discount points, you're dropping it 1 full percentage. It's going to cost you $9,000, which relatively speaking in the grand scheme of things is not that much, especially if you have a home to sell. You most likely have a ton of equity in there if you purchased more than 2 or 3 years ago. And that's going to put you down to $2,661, and you're going to be saving close to $300. 2.25 discount points hit. That's going to drop you to 5.75. It's going to cost you another $1,000, just over $1,000. It's going to save you $330 roughly. These are all estimated cost off of that value. And if you go 4.25, that is what is getting you when you do the discount points with the permanent buy down. That's what's getting you that 5.25% for the life of the loan. And quite honestly, we don't know what's going to happen with the mortgage rates, but they are not projected to be down at this 5.25 this year. We don't know what's going to happen next year. Obviously, things can change very quickly in the real estate business, especially with mortgage rates. Things can change fast. But that's going to cost you a little over $19,000, but it'll save you $471 on a monthly savings. So it could be something that works really well for you. Now, how it works is you're buying the lower rate for the entire loan. And by paying an amount upfront, otherwise known as mortgage points, you can reduce your mortgage by as much as 2%. Rate never increases because it is permanent. The buy down cost is paid at closing. Lender adds the cost of the mortgage rate buy down to your closing cost. That's how that always happens. Closing cost is going to be your title fees, your mortgage fees, your down payment, and in this instance, your buy down is what your closing costs are going to be. And again, if you need help, I got you covered. Just let me know. I'm happy to help. And then I just want to point out 2 highly rated custom builders in the area. Again, they don't have their incentive showing, but I always call them Petros. I could be wrong. It could be Petros. Great custom builder in the area. They are high quality. This is not going to be something that you could just walk in and expect to walk out with $500,000 with land and the house, because you do need to purchase your land. And that even goes for, we click on the quick move-ins. They do have areas where you can do a quick move-in and it's ready to go. It's basically a spec home. And here you go, $600,000. And these are villas in Broadview Heights. So it's not a, standalone home, obviously. It's going to be a villa. But as you see, they do quality work all around. It is not cheap material. It is not quick, slam them up, get them out. You're getting high quality work. But again, these are townhomes. These aren't going to be single family. And they have a hefty price tag because of the quality that they do. And then there's one for $616. Here's a standalone home in Westlake. You're basically at $1 million. 3,000 square feet, 4 beds, 3.5 baths, 3-car garage. Gorgeous, gorgeous home. And if it's going to let me click on it, no, it's going to go crazy and do some stuff there that I don't even know what happened. I must have just started clicking a little too quick for that one. Let's find it. There it is. Was that the one? No, it was right there. So again, gorgeous home. Love the color, love the stone scheme, the metal roofing, all great stuff. And they just do a tremendous job. Large, great room area. This is what it's going to end up looking like when it's all said and done. Accent wall, beautiful. They do amazing work. But again, it's high end for stuff. And here's a ranch, 2,200 square foot ranch, 3 bed, 2 bath, 3-car garage, $750,000 where you're up by Crocker Park area in Avon. And they got other of their villas in the area for Broadview. That's all ready to go. These are quick move-ins is what these are. So a lot of great stuff that they're doing, and they will build on your lot. The other one, Old World Custom Homes, renovations. This is another premier custom builder in the area. And this one, depending on where you're buying land at, because they are build on your lot only. So depending on the amount of land that you're getting and that you pay for, and then the size of the house that you get is going to determine your price, but they do amazing work. So if you are considering custom builds, check these guys out. And that's a big house, 4 bed, 4 bath, 4,000 square feet, starting at $756. Considering the size of this house, that's a good price for a custom builder, premier custom builder. They do amazing work all around, tons of plans. And again, if you're interested in any of these builders or buying, selling, whatever it is that you have going on, I'm helping people just like you every single week. And I would love to be that resource and love to help you through this process to reach that goal, solve those problems. Contact me directly here or use one of the links I have in the description below. Don't forget, drop a comment down below and just let me know, how you feel about the whole building process or just the industry itself, the market itself of what it's doing. I'd love to hear from you. If you got any value from the video, smash the like button. It's always greatly appreciated. And if you haven't already, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on my future videos I got coming your way.